Hitting a six-figure salary used to be the ultimate American dream. It meant a house, 2 cars, financial freedom. But today? According to NerdWallet's most recent survey, 38% of Americans earning $100,000 or more say they are living paycheck to paycheck. 38%. That is not 38% of people barely scraping by on minimum wage. That is 38% of six-figure earners, people who hit the number we are all told to chase, still stuck. Why does a six-figure income suddenly feel like you're barely surviving? Let's break down the math the banks, and frankly, most financial advice don't want you to look at. I'm Marcus. This is Macro Finance, and today we are going to answer that question completely. Part 1. The real math. The number on the offer letter. Let's start with the number that gets you excited, $100,000. That is not what lands in your bank account. Federal income tax, state income tax, FICA, Social Security, and Medicare. Depending on your state, that's roughly $25,000 to $30,000 gone. What's actually left? About $70,000 a year, roughly $5,800 a month. Now, here's where it gets tight. The rent and mortgage trap. The average rent or mortgage payment in the U.S. today is well over $2,000 a month. That is already more than a third of your take-home pay. Gone. The hidden killers. Now add the costs nobody budgets for properly. The average new car payment in America right now is over $750 a month.
The average student loan payment runs $400 to $500 a month. And health insurance premiums, even with an employer plan, can easily run several $100s more. Add it up. Rent, car, student loans, insurance. That is roughly $4,000 to $4,500 of your $5,800 gone before groceries. After just the basics, that $100K earner is left with less than $1,000 for groceries, emergencies, and savings. One bad day at the mechanic, one emergency room visit, and they are in debt. After taxes, rent, car, and student loans, a $100K earner often has less than $1,000 left for everything else. Part 2. The lifestyle creep illusion. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. It's not just inflation, it's the lifestyle trap. When you hit 6 figures, society tells you to upgrade. A better apartment, a newer car, eating out at nicer places. This is called lifestyle creep. You think you earn more, so you spend more. But your savings rate stays at exactly 0. This is the paradox researchers keep finding. High earners aren't immune to feeling broke. In Goldman Sachs survey data, people earning $300,000 or more report living paycheck to paycheck at nearly the same rate as people earning under $50,000. Luxuries become necessities. That's lifestyle creep, and it erases a raise faster than taxes do. Awareness of lifestyle creep is the first step to actually keeping the raise you just earned. Part 3. Why it's genuinely harder in 2026. But let's be fair to the 100K earner for a second, because this isn't just about bad spending habits. It is genuinely harder to live on $100,000 today than it was a few years ago. Mortgage rates have stayed elevated. Grocery prices have climbed year after year, and rent has outpaced wage growth in most major cities. Compare $100,000 in 2019 to $100,000 today. After inflation, your real purchasing power has dropped by roughly 20 to 25%. That same $100,000 today buys what about $75,000 to $80,000 used to buy. You didn't get a pay cut on paper, you got one in real life. So when someone says, just budget better, they are ignoring half the equation.
$100,000 today has roughly the same real purchasing power as $75,000 to $80,000 did in 2019. Part 4. Actionable advice. So what actually helps here? Step 1. The 50-30-20 rule. Strictly. 50% of your take-home pay toward needs, 30% toward wants, 20% toward savings and debt payoff. Most people who feel broke at 100K aren't tracking this at all. They're just spending until the money runs out. The 50-30-20 rule turns a vague feeling of I make good money but have nothing into a concrete, trackable plan. Step 2. Hunt your invisible spending. Subscriptions you forgot about, small daily purchases, coffee, delivery fees, app upgrades. These don't feel like much individually, but they can quietly eat $300 to $500 a month without you noticing. That is real money. Money that could be the difference between paycheck to paycheck and actual breathing room. A 60-day spending audit finds the leaks lifestyle creep created without cutting anything that actually matters to you. Part 5. 38% of six-figure earners are living paycheck to paycheck. That number is not evidence of bad decisions. It is evidence of a system where the cost of living rose faster than the salary that was supposed to set you free. A six-figure salary was never the finish line. It was just a louder starting line. What you do with the math after that, that's what actually changes your life. If you are making six figures and still stressed about money, you are not alone. Comment below your biggest monthly expense. I want to see what's actually eating people's paychecks. And if you want to understand another system quietly working against you, watch my breakdown on how your credit score traps your wealth, right here. Hit the like button. Subscribe to Macro Finance. Every week, we break down the real math and the real traps behind money in America. I'm Marcus. This is Macro Finance, and we'll see you in the next trap.